Alrighty, continuing on with this Japanese-made Fender Telecaster. It was just a little recap. It's part of their traditional line. So it had some vintage features such as the tuners. This had a bone nut. It's a U-neck. Beautiful vintage style pickups with the cloth binding over the top of those, over the coil. What we did do in the last episode, and the one main reason why this is here, and I'll put a thing down there so you can watch that if you haven't seen that, is we swapped out the ashtray bridge, and we've installed this modern drop-in replacement from the guys at Righto. This just pops straight in, holes line up, everything. It's got the 4 screws, not the 3, you know, that sort of thing. I did give it a little bit of a hand polish. This is just sitting on here for the sake of this part of the video. Here we go. Pulled all this off there and polished the frets. That's what we did in the last one. Wow, I polished the frets in between. But yeah, we got that done. Cool. So we're stringing it up, getting that bridge set properly, and then just a general setup. Check the neck, make sure everything's sweet, give it back, rock and roll. Yeah, buddy. Righto. Strings. Close enough. Righto. Let's tune it up. I'll get the spotty. Alrighty. Telecasters. I want one. I'm gonna get one day. But let's do the relief. We'll do the relief on that neck. It needed to be a little bit straighter. Let me show you this. This is something that's really cool that Fender kind of do now. Yeah, so here we go. So at the start of the first episode, that when I worked on this guitar, which is episode that one that comes on the screen, if you haven't seen it and would like to watch it, when I bought this, I also ordered this from the same company, which is a vintage truss rod adjusting tool from Hosco. So on a vintage guitar, the truss rod is on the heel of the neck, not up here where you normally see it. I've got a few of the, guitars myself with the truss rod adjustment down there, which is why I wanted this. So yeah, that'll slot in there and make that that adjustment a lot easier. That was not always a thing. Usually you had to take those neck screws out about halfway so that you could pull the neck up and tilt it back a little bit to actually get at that. I'm a massive fan of tools. I've said that a lot on this channel. But this, well done, Hosco. This is cool. I like this. Fantastic. There you go. With all my truss rod adjusting utensils. Jimmy would have loved it. Yo! We're gonna go to bed soon. Bloody hell. Where's me 12 thou? Hey? Gotta write the numbers back on there. Righto, we're good. Let's have a little looky here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll straighten him up a bit there. Here we go. First time that I get to use my new, probably favourite tool. Can I get in that way? We have to go this way. We have to do little bits. I just want to do one more little bit. I feel like it needs... Look at that. That's it. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Alright, let's check that. Oh. Love it. Love it already. Now we've got that right, let's string height. Let's check out the action. Slow clap. Slow clap, everyone. Slow clap for the guy who just recorded 12 minutes of video with no audio, so you cannot hear what I'm talking about. Dumb. So what did I do? We made sure all the saddles were perfectly flat, but followed the profile of the neck. I then used a string height gauge. I did 5/64, 17th fret, 4th 64 on the high E string, because this guy who owns this prefers his action a little bit higher. That's what I did. Look, I'm trying to hide my disappointment and it's not working very well. So intonation is the measurement from the nut to the 12th fret, and we need to make that measurement exactly the same from the 12th fret to the point of contact on the saddle of the bridge. And fortunately enough, guitar manufacturers give us the option of actually changing that measurement, and the way we can actually measure that is by using a tuner. So let's have a look if we can. Hopefully this isn't too bad. So I can I've detuned this on purpose for this part of the video because you just saw me tune it, but if we get that, there we go, pretty well spot on. And then we do a harmonic on the 12th fret. And then I like to play the 12th fret. And you can see that's actually a little bit sharp there. So what we need to do, because it's sharp, is we need to make the distance between here and the 12th fret a little bit longer. It's like detuning, if you like, but by detuning we have to actually tighten that screw. I think that's where people get confused. So if I just tighten that a little bit, which is actually pulling that saddle back and making that distance longer, and I'll have to tune again. Little bit more. Just a little bit. That's pretty good. And you just do it all the way along. Just do it right across with all the strings. We'll do A now. Same again. Anywho, sometimes beep, 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 beep. Making videos gets in the way of just getting the job done. Where's my other screwdriver? What have I done with that? That's fine. We'll use this one. Righto, we'll do string hide here. Which is alright that side. Needs to come up this side. Bloody hell, that was close. Alright, we'll go in there and make that a little bit higher, won't we? Alright, that's cool. And if anyone's been wondering why I've put strings on it and done all this without this on, because Leo Fender, the genius, made it so that you could do all this without it and just bang it back on like that. Legend. Thank you, Leo. Let's put those screws back in and yeah, done ski, done. That's on, back on. We didn't need to see that, it's just screws. There we go, that's it pretty much. As per usual, let it sit, go over in the morning, check everything again, get it out of here, rock and roll. Rock and or roll. Alright, cool. Pretty. Telecasters. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. I've got another one to get cracking into now. So, well, not now. We'll do that tomorrow. Or we'll do that shortly. So, yeah. Thank you for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we swapped it out. Everything was pretty sweet. Just gave it a clean up. I did fix that knob, by the way, with a couple of slithers of wet and dry in there. It's not a dodgy repair. That's just how you do some of these things. If you don't have a new knob, which I don't, and that just costs people money. If you can fix it a different way, that's no way that's coming off now. Mad. All right, cool. Peace, love. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. And I will see you in the next video, legends. See you. Bye.